Hello and welcome my dear students of Standard 3rd. I, Rohan sir, welcome you to today's science class. So my dear students, I hope you all are watching my video lectures regularly, even you are following up the lectures and the data within. Also, you are doing your homework, you are finishing your work on the regular time, as now this is the only way for you to learn till the school gets reopened and till the situation is better again. My dear students, since this lockdown, I, Rohan sir, am trying to make the video lectures as interesting as much as I can, and I hope that you all are regularly watching the videos, and if you even don't understand any content, you are watching it 2 or 3 times because you have been given the link, you are provided the link in your group. So now students, as you know, in yesterday's lecture we solved the worksheet of chapter number 2, which was keeping safe. So now let's see what is our content for today. So let's see what are we going to do today. Today we are going to do the revision with worksheet again, but today we have reached up to lesson number 3. As I said that we have solved lesson number 2 worksheet, now moving on to lesson number 3. Though the lesson is changed, the content will be changed, but the format will be as it is. Now let me just repeat you the format, let me just remind you the format. Our format is, I'll first display the question, there will be the options, there might be or might not be the options, but then when I ask you to shout the answers, when I ask you to speak the answers, you have to do it at your place, at your home. Though I am not there in front of you, but I have faith in you that you are doing it. As if you will shout the answers and if your answers are correct, I know that you feel very good that yes, you have that particular knowledge. So today our topic is of lesson number 3, housing and clothing. So most probably today I'll cover the topic of content of only housing, and most probably in the next lecture we will move on to clothing. So basically I have divided this lecture into 2 parts, 2 categories, because I have a varieties of question on housing and a variety of question regarding clothing. So I hope that you all are all set with your earphones or with your volume. If you are watching in your television screens, you all have put on the volume and you all are all set for today's science lecture. So without wasting our time, let's get started. Let's see what are we going to do today in lesson number 3. Housing and clothing. This is the title of the lesson. Now we are going to discuss this lesson for 2 more days. So that is today and tomorrow. Today we are going to cover the concept of housing, whereas tomorrow we are going to cover the concept of clothing. And I am pretty sure that you are going to very much enjoy the lecture, as here the content from outside which I have brought is really very useful for you, and you can add on in your knowledge of housing. So we are going to discuss multiple choice questions throughout the lectures. So there are a couple of multiple choice questions which I am going to explain you. Few are such that you already might be knowing because you all are smart enough and you all have gone through the textbooks and fair books as well. Let's get started. Now here the first question is, igloos are made of, and then the sentence is half. So you need to complete the sentence by choosing either of these 3 options. So the first option is ice. Ice, you all know what is ice, correct? Snow or ice, you can say. Ice is hard in it is a kind of solid from water. If the water is if you keep it 0 degrees Celsius, it becomes ice. Cloth and sea is rubber. So igloos are made of, now you have to complete the sentence choosing either of this. So I will give you 2 seconds to complete the sentence, and if you know the answer in these 2 seconds you can shout the answers. Okay, your time starts now. Okay, clear enough. Let's see if you have shouted the answers, if you have spoken the answers. Let's see if you have spoken it correct or not, if you have given correct answer or incorrect answer. So the correct answer is A, option A, which is ice. So igloos are made of ice. See, most probably, as much as I know, I'll show you the photo of igloo. See, I have with me in many questions, I have brought the photo of igloo. So I'll show you how it looks like. Correct? So igloos are made of ice, and it is a house-like structure, a dome-like structure from upside. So I'll show you, most probably I'll show you in this part of the lesson itself. So I want you all to repeat this sentence after me. Igloos are made of ice. Please repeat it one more time. Igloos are made of ice. Great enough. Now you know igloos are made up of ice. So now if anyone asks you, your elder brother or sister or your parents, that what are igloos made up of, you should say ice. Moving on to second question. Pucca houses are made of. Pucca houses means permanent houses. So you live in permanent houses, you live in pucca houses. Most of you, I should say 99% of you might be living in pucca houses. So what are they made up of? Look around where you are sitting. So students, I want you to observe the wall and every part, ceiling and the floor of the house. Just look at the walls and ceiling of your house. So what do you think they are made up of? Let me give you the option. Do you think it is made up of mud and straw? Straw means a kind of dry grass or dead grass, you can say, of brownish color. Or do you think it is made up of bricks and cement? And the last option, if you think it is made up of ice. See, if it is made up of ice, it is going to be igloo, like we discussed in the previous question. So I'll give you 2 seconds to think and 2 seconds more to answer. Okay, now if you have thought, if you have looked around at your wall, at the wall of your houses and at the ceiling, what do you think it is made up of? I'll give you 2 seconds to choose your answer out of A, B and C. Okay, so I hope you have already chosen your answers, and let's see what is the correct answer. What are the pucca houses made up of? And pucca houses are made up of option B, bricks and cements. So students, if you have seen the construction of any house or the ongoing constructions anywhere, see in your town, in your city, if you are generally wandering around, you might see many buildings which are still under construction. Correct? Workers are working there. So you can easily observe that the pucca houses are made up of bricks, cements, and different sands are even included, and different other material like marble, and all those are included for the interior as well. So it is very much necessary for you to get this practical knowledge. Your house is not made up of straw and mud, correct? And neither it is made up of straw and mud, nor it is made up of ice. Yes, there is ice in your house. Where? In your refrigerator. But your house is not made up of ice, correct? So it has to be from bricks and cement. Okay students, so those who have given this answer, congratulations, you have given correct answer. So all the students, I want you to repeat this sentence after me. Pucca houses are made of bricks and cements. Please repeat one more time. Pucca houses are made of bricks and cement. So students, these houses are normally not portable. We cannot move the houses, isn't it so? We can destroy, we can construct. These two are possibly like correct options for it. Moving on to the third one. So let me read the question for you first of all. Nomads live in. Now again the sentence is incomplete, you need to complete it, and obviously I am going to give you the options like I do for the other questions. So nomads live in, now you need to complete the sentence. Do they live in pucca houses or in igloos or in tents? Now you will say, sir, what is nomads? So not to worry, I have brought the answer with me. See, nomads are the people who travel from one place to another continuously. They don't stay at one place. They don't have perfect residence like we have, correct? So we stay in one house. We change it after 2 to 3 years according to our choice, according to our will. But we do not again and again change our house, isn't it so? So nomads are the people, are the humans, those who change the house again and again according to I should not say according to, I should say that they change their house because of their needs, their work, and their depends on their animal pastures, etc., etc. So for the different reasons, for the varieties of reasons, they keep on changing their house. So those are nomads. So just imagine, first option, if you match pucca houses, we live in pucca houses, and if nomads are supposed to change their house again and again, do they live in pucca houses? No. If they will live in pucca house, it is not possible for them to construct. So as much as time pucca houses are, you take the time to construct pucca houses, in that much of time they need to change their house. So it is not possible. Now second option is igloo. So if they change their place, surely they are not only going to reside in the cool weather or in the breezy weather. They might have to go to the place where the climate is hot. So igloos everywhere is not possible. So correct option is tent. So this way I showed you how to think, how to make the thinking in your mind. So let's see which is the correct option. Before that, I will give you 2 seconds to speak the answers if you know the answers. Okay, let's see which is the correct answer. The answer is tents. So you might have seen in the slum areas in your town, in your city, they just build the tents using cloth and sticks, wooden sticks and other materials, using bricks also sometimes. So nomads live in tents. So I want you to repeat this after me, my dear students. Nomads live in tents. Repeat one more time. Nomads live in tents. Moving on to question number 4. Which of the following houses are strong houses? So what do you think? Let me give you the option and then you can compare. Kaccha house. So kaccha house means, this concept itself says that it is not strong. Kaccha house means weak or temporary house and not permanent and strong house. So first option, certainly it's not going to be the first option. What about second option, pucca house? The B, option B is pucca written there, that means pucca house. It could be there. And what about C option, tents? So tents where the nomads reside, now you know that. So it could be B or C. Now compare it, and I'll give you 2 seconds to think of answer. Okay, so now I hope that you have thought, and let's see which one is correct. And answer, option B is correct answer, pucca houses. So those are the strong houses made up of bricks and cements. Moving on to question number 5. Which of the following is an igloo? Now my dear students, Here if you choose the correct option, you will be able to see out of this which is an igloo. First of all, before you think anything in your mind, igloos are made up of ice, isn't it so? In the first MCQ itself we discussed this. So they are made of ice. Can you see in the picture which thing is made up of ice? Is this made up of ice? No, it is not. We can see some bamboo like structure. So this is certainly not the correct option. What about this? No, here also we can see the nail, the big nail, the threads and the cloth, but we can't see the ice, so this one is the remaining, obviously. This seems to be made of ice, isn't it so? Just see carefully. So A, B or C, which is the correct answer according to you? Think for 2 seconds. Okay, let's see. Now if I reveal the answer, you will also get to know out of these three which exactly is an igloo. And answer A is the correct answer, correct option. So these are igloo, and just look at it carefully, my dear students, how it looks like. So these are made of ice. Okay, so humans are very creative. They even are making the house out of ice. Just imagine. Otherwise we just use our eyes in the soft drinks, cold drinks and other juices. Okay, so clear enough. Moving on to the sixth one. Our houses keeps us, and the sentence is half. So our houses keeps us. Where do it keeps us and how? Let's see the option. There are only two options here. Either you can choose safe or you can choose unsafe. So our houses keeps us unsafe or our houses keeps us safe. I'll give you again 2 seconds. There is nothing to explain in this. So I'll just give you 2 seconds to speak or shout the answers, whatever you want. And I think you already have chosen the answer. Let's see which is the correct option. And the correct option is option A, safe. So our houses keeps us safe, not unsafe. Correct? Safe means protected everywhere from heat, from rain, from breezy air, from everything it protects us. Just imagine if you were supposed to sleep on the roads. Vehicles might have crashed you, or animals might have, met an accident with you. Just imagine. So our houses keeps us safe from every unavoidable circumstances. Isn't it so? Yes, it is another thing that when the earthquake is there, we need to leave that particular house and come out of the houses. Those are the natural, calamities, natural thing. We can't help it out. We can't work it out either. So this is the correct option. So for those who have chosen this answer, congratulations, you have selected correct answer. Moving on to 7th MCQ. Which of the following is PUCCA houses? So looking at these pictures, now you know this is an igloo. Ignore this. This is not PUCCA house. So you need to select the house which is made up of bricks and cement. That is what the PUCCA house means. This is what we have already discussed. Do you think this is made up of bricks? No, it looks like it is made up of straw and something like other materials. So this is the house, a kind of house where you dwell, where you reside or where you live. So this certainly has to be the correct option. Let's see which is the correct answer. Yes, so this picture shows us the example of PUCCA house. Moving on to 8th one. Which of the following is Kaccha house? So students, this one is PUCCA obviously. So either tent has to be Kaccha house or this house made up of straw has to be Kaccha house. So see, tent particularly is not the house. It is just a shelter, temporary shelter. Isn't it so? So either it should be B or C. A is not in the option obviously. So select anyone quickly. And if you have selected the option, let's see which is the correct answer. And here option C, house made up of straw and different hay and different temporary structure, is the Kaccha house. It is not of brick, neither cements are used nor any other material. So it is kacha, it is weak house. Moving on to 9th one. Pakka houses are dash houses. Here are the options. Strong or weak? My dear students, shout the answers. Come on. Yes. So let's see the correct answer if you have shouted the answers. Strong house. Pakka houses means those are the strong. So pakka houses are strong house. 10th one is the houses made up of wooden poles are called dash houses. This one is bit complex question, isn't it so? We know what is pakka house, we know what is kacha house, we know what is igloo by now. This is something new, isn't it so? The houses made up of wooden poles are called dash houses. So you need to think. Here are the options. Tent. Yes, in tents wood are used. We use wood. Actually, those who makes the tent, they use wood. Okay. Stilt and mud. Mud, I don't think so. Mud houses are made using wooden poles. So students, let me explain you first of all what is stilt. What is stilt houses? So stilt houses are houses raised on the stilts over the surface of the soil or the body of water. And stilt houses, are built primarily as a protection against flooding. So these are the stilt houses. And mud, the house made up of clay and mud, those are the mud houses. So what do you think should be the correct answer? Let's see. So the correct answer is option B, stilt houses. So the houses made up of wooden poles are called stilt houses. Okay, I want you all to repeat this after me, because this is, according to me, this is new for you or something extra. So repeat after me. The houses made up of wooden poles are called stilt houses. Clear enough? Moving on to 11th one. Some people also make houses on boats. These are called dash. So yes, if you go to Vienna, Venice, these are the places where the city is entirely on water. Even you go to market, even you go to library, even you go to schools, you need to travel in a boat. That is like very much compulsory for them, because roads are not there. So some people also make the houses on the boats. If you might have seen Discovery Channel, if you are watching Discovery Channel, there you might see the migrators and different shows are there where they show us how the houses are made, how the hotels are made on the boats. Yes, these houses does not mean the cruise ships. Just make it clear. The houses on the boat does not mean the cruise ship, which has a 10 to 11 floors and hotels and etc. etc. No, those are the traveling ships. Houses means residents. So is it mud boats, is it gum boats, or is it house boats? Just select one option randomly and we will see which is the correct answer. Okay. So the correct answer is option number A is the correct answer, houseboats. And very simple to think about it. Houses on the boats means boat house or houseboats, either of two, and here option is given houseboats. As simple as that. So nothing more to discuss. Moving on to the 12th question. Which of the following is a houseboat? Now we discussed about the houseboat, and which of it is it the houseboat? Do you think this one, the first picture? No, this is stilt. Like I said, we discussed before this question. So the 10th question was stilt house. So this is the example of stilt house, and this is the example of pakka house, because can you see boat anywhere? No. But this seems to be like boat house. Let's see. And yes, the correct option certainly is B. So option B is the houseboat, example of houseboat, how it looks like. Moving on to 13th question. A house can have dash or dash rooms. So now let's see the options. Option A says one and many. Option B says sweet and sour. Option C says bad or good. Now this is something to think. Like if you see one and many rooms, okay, it matches. Then if you say sweet and sour, no. These are the tastes. These are not the type of houses. If you say bad and good rooms, yeah, that is kind of match, kind of 50% matches to these blanks. So now I give you time to choose the correct option, and let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is one and many. Option A is the correct answer. So now if you remember, while we discussed question answers, or true or false, if you remember, in true or false there was a line, a kind of this line was there in your true or false, if you check in your fair book, that all houses have several rooms or big rooms. So there the answer was false. So the houses can have one or many rooms. It depends on the type of the house. Is it single storied or multi-storied? It depends on the type of the houses. Correct? So option A is the correct answer, one or many rooms. Yes, you might be having the house with the 3 rooms, I might be having the house with 5 rooms, another student might be having the house with 1 room. It depends. It is not necessary that all of us have equal houses. Moving on to the 14th question. A good house should be dash and dash. Now you will say, sir, where is the option? Here are the options. First option is airy and cleany. Second is dusty and dirty, and third is dirty and airy. Wow. So it seems like we are playing KBC, isn't it so? And yes, you need to select the correct option with using your mind. Just invest your mind properly in this question and the options. If you see, a good house should be. So here the kind of features you need to say of good house. Can you say dusty and dirty house is a good house or no? B is not the option. Can you say dirty and airy? Yeah, it has to be airy, but it should not be dirty. We cannot say dirty house a good house. So according to me, students, option A should be correct. Let's see which is the correct answer. And like I said, option A is correct. So a good house should be airy and clean. So proper amount of air and ventilation should be there, windows and doors and etc, etc, and moreover it should be clean. Correct? So option A is correct option. Moving on to 15th one. A clean house helps us to stay dash and dash. Again, here are the options. It helps us to stay happy and healthy, or it helps us to stay happy and ill, or sad or wealthy. Just select the options quickly. And let's see which is the correct answer. If you have selected the options, let's see if your answer is right or wrong. So option A is the correct one over here. So a clean house helps us to stay healthy and happy. Healthy means health wise you remain, your health does not spoil, you do not get ill, and if you do not get ill you can stay happily. So healthy and happy is the correct options over here. Moving on to 16th question, though it is written 4 here, but it is 16th question. Now this question is something like dependent on related to cloth. So I would read the question. Select the correct statement about the clothes made of fiber obtained from the animal shown here. So this is sheep. So which could be the correct option? Just select it quickly. Okay, let's see whether they are waterproof, they keeps us warm, do not trap air, or they cannot burn. Let's see the cloth obtained from this sheep and where it goes to. So answer 16th is option B, they keeps us warm. So like when I discussed in the previous lecture of extra knowledge, I showed you this animal and I showed you the animated photos that this animal gives us wool, and if we wear woolen clothes, it keeps us warm in the cold weather. So option B is correct. So if you are given this option, you are absolutely right. So thank you for watching this video lecture, and I end this video lecture with this 16 questions, and I hope you enjoyed it a lot more, and you got the knowledge which otherwise you were not having. Also, I promise you to come with another lecture with these kind of interesting questions and worksheets. And like I said, we discussed just about the housing and not clothing. So we will discuss about the clothing in the next lecture for sure. Till then, stay safe and enjoy your day. Goodbye.